Remember one thing, that we require a frequent dose of that motivation for us to keep us charged. I give an example and I will say, how many number of time you have to recharge your mobile to make it ready to use? And you say, maybe in 24 hours, at least once we have to do. If I ask you just do it once, are you being able to use your mobile? Absolutely not. Because whenever you utilize that mobile phone, the battery keep on draining out and you have to recharge it again. What about your car and petrol tank? Do you have to fill it only once and then your car will just be moving around, or you have to refill it again? Similar is the case with our motivation. We have to keep us charging ourselves so that whenever we go into an environment and we discharge some of our thing, we discharge some of our morale, we discharge some sort of our enthusiasm around, so what we need to do, we have to recharge us. And it is said that we are living in a VUCA world. We are literally living in a VUCA world. When you say, what does it VUCA is all about? This terminology is coined in 1980s, and especially it has an origin from US, and during the warfare actually they use this terminology, which is said, V stand for volatile, U stand for uncertain, C stand for complex, and A stand for ambiguous. Now we are being, and that actually the same terminology has been utilized in the strategic studies, where it's become the part of the management vision, that how we can operate in a VUCA world. Now when I say VUCA, you might have observed that the rate of change, and especially the people like me who are belong to a generation X, so we have seen so much in our life. I remember we used to have the telephone with the dial gauge, and now then we have seen the initial era of the mobile phones, then we have seen so much version of it, and now we are being found that each and everything is becoming digitized all around. So the rate of change is so intense, so volatile, sometimes it's very hard to cope up with that. And it is having so much uncertainties around. We are not being able to make a relation cause and effect around, and it is highly complex. Sometimes that sort of thing, the event episode which we have gone through in terms of this, the COVID scenario which we have gone through. So have we ever thought about it? What scenario we have been come across? What precautions we have been taken, what learning curve we have got out of it. So we are being literally living in a VUCA world. There is always been happened some sort of surprises around, and our agility, our resilience, how much we are resilient, how much we are being able to cope up ourselves into that. This is the name of the game. This is a concept which we are going to learn today, how we are going to make things happen for us and how we are going to make us more resilient toward it so that we become more practical. To you, imagine that you are sitting in your home, and there are television in front of you and you are having a remote control in your hand. Now if I ask you, how many channels normally we can have whenever we sit in front of television? So you'd say, Kamran, we are having hundreds and hundreds of channels. Now my question is, have you observed that you are being habitual of tuning in only with a very few selected channels over there? The answer is yes. Every time we tune in, although there are hundreds of channels, we just tune into few of the selected channels. Now for example, if some of my colleagues right now who are been listening to me, they are being more habitual of news, so they are being always tuning in with the news. Some of my colleagues are more habitual, who like more of the music, they can tune into the music as well. Some of the colleagues who can tune into the movies, they can tune into that. Now question is, and this is the question you have to think about it very, very deeply, what I'm going to say. When you are in the room in front of the TV, does all type of frequencies of all the channels are available at the same time in your home, in your room with the television? Answer is yes. All the frequencies of all the channels are being available at the same time in your room while you are holding a remote control. Now question is, what you do when you choose some of the channel, which is a news channel, what you do, you choose to synchronize your television with the frequency of the news channel only. When you choose to listen to the music, you choose to synchronize yourself with the music only. My dear friend, this is a metaphor of our life. When we look into our surrounding, we have all the frequencies of positivity and negativity, and each and every stuff is being moving around us. What is being there? We are like a remote control. We have a power. Now, for example, if like the way I choose my channel, if I consciously choose my channel of positivity, if I consciously choose my channel of gratitude, if I consciously choose on doing something of value out of myself, if I consciously choose that what should be the sense of contribution from my side today, if I choose that what are the things which I can make a bit of difference in the life of the people, if I choose that what bit of contribution from my side in terms of my professional sense can make a lot of difference, of course these are the choices I can choose, and that makes a difference. Someone has rightly said, that our Creator has given us a dignity to choose from the choices. Our Creator has given us a dignity to choose from the choices, but our Creator has not given us the dignity to choose the consequence of our choices.